All right, another pro tip from an amateur. These Amazon guys, they can deliver a package in less than 4 hours after I order it, but they can't engineer a battery cover to save their lives. The OG remotes that didn't have the volume controls were okay. They had 4 latches, and apparently Amazon started saving 5 cents per million of these things they made, and they went down to 2. And then they were very anemic. They don't bite very well. These things, you just look at them and they just, batteries everywhere. Send them into low Earth orbit every time you drop the things. And kids are rough on them as well. So I got to stinking. And on these OG ones, the batteries were at the bottom, so I put the duct tape on here, and that added the perfect amount of friction. It's actually kind of hard to get the battery cover off now, which is, I mean, ideally what you want, because you change these batteries out once a millennium. Anyways, let's put these back in there. That one's good to go. Now, I also had to add 3 layers of duct tape to this one. This is quite an old remote. You might get by with, 1 or 2 layers, but I needed 3 on the OG remote. All right, so let's take a look at the new remote. Now, as you saw with the old one, I put it on the remote itself. On this one, it doesn't really make sense to cut skinny strips along the side or cover the batteries. So I think it makes more sense to put it on the cover itself. So let's try that. We'll use America's favorite invention here. Satisfying sound of progress being made. All right, don't judge the color, and don't tell the wife. I use the gray for the more manly projects around the house, and I use this stuff for out of sight, out of mind stuff, huh? All right, so let's cut it down to that width. Put her down here. Okay, like that. Put it on there. Still a little loose around the hips. Let's add just a little bit more thickness around the battery area. So keep those guys. Ooh, there we go. My clip is actually broken up here, so that certainly doesn't help. Let's trim it down so we're not putting as much pressure on my little broken clip up there. And let her rip. I found it works a little better if you keep the duct tape in the bottom 40 down here, especially if you have weak clips up top. All right, it's clipping now on both sides, and it appears to be on there much better. It's not just sliding back and forth now, so we'll give that a run, see how it works. Anyways, hope y'all can get some use out of this. You might be able to come up with a little bit better design than this, but it added, especially on this original one, it added a lot of friction there. So hopefully this will help some of you guys out. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.